Ladies and gentlemen, today I have a few tips and also some advice on how to actually progress in this game, because as a beginner, things aren't really explained that well. The moment you finish the starting tutorial, you're basically thrown on a screen looking like this, and it can be very hard to actually know what to do and if you're actually doing the right thing. If you do want to go ahead and try the game for yourself, or even try the game on another account, then do be sure to use my link down in the description. Once you click it, it'll take you to a website where you actually want to fill in your details, make a new account, and you're pretty much ready to go. All of these champions are great additions to have, with some having value that you'll pretty much need until you reach the end game. So make sure to use the link down in the description. But back to the guide itself. Tip number one is that you always want to make sure that you start with a content creator link. It'll ensure that you start off with some pretty good champions and also a legendary, and not having some of these champions on your account will basically be a night and day difference. If you're below level 35 and haven't actually used a link to start the game, then I highly recommend starting over. It won't really take that long to get back to that level. The amount of rewards you'll be missing out on are a lot. Just do it, man. Just do it. Tip number two, use a champion promo code within the first 24 hours of creating your account. There are quite a few of them out there, but the absolute best ones in my opinion are Monkey King, which gives you a free Sun Wukong, and Desert Queen that gives you a Tahanarak. Hit Monkey over here is the one that I chose for my account, and I've gotta say, man, he carried my account like crazy. He's also one of the best arena grinders in the game, so he will get much better as time goes on, but he's only the second best code champion in my opinion. The absolute best promo code champion is Tuha. She heals, she gives some incredible buffs that you'll definitely appreciate much later on in the game, and overall she's just without a shadow of a doubt the best one that you can go for. Damage dealers like Sun Wukong will always be there and you can always get them, but a support as good as her is pretty rare to have. Tip number 3, please don't claim any energy bottles from the mail if you're below level 20. The amount that you gain is based on your energy reserve vault thing, that's basically this, which increases per level, and so if you claim this at the start, you'll basically be getting less energy than you would later on. Tip number 4, save your brews until there's a champion training event. If there is one of these events going on, then you can basically get free rewards for leveling up your champions, and so the most effective way to use these is when that's going on. If we go to the events tab, you can see that we have one right here, and just by leveling them up with the brews, we actually build up and gain some rewards. Tip number 5, never use a wrong rarity type of book on the wrong rarity type of champion. You can see here that I have a couple of rare books, and yes, I can feed them all into this 1-star common champion, but if I do that, I'm basically just wasting them. Since the book's rarity itself is rare, then we pretty much want to give it to a rare champion. Kinda redundant, but eh. If the book is of epic rarity, then make sure to use it on only an epic champion, legendary on legendary, mythical on mythical. Hopefully you get the point. Tip number 6, this one has to do with the campaign. The goal here is that you want to go all the way up until Brutal Campaign Stage 12, and at the third fight right here, this is where you're gonna be spending most of your time. It's the best place where you can both level up your champions and get silver at the same time, while also being as energy efficient as possible. The way that experience is split up from a fight is basically like this. Since we have one champion here, they're basically gonna be getting 100% of the XP, which you generally don't want to do. Another possibility is this, where it's split in half, which is 50-50, and here where it's yeah, I don't know the math for that one, but it'll always be split up evenly among all the champions that are on your team. In order to actually rank up champions in this game, or basically give them an extra star, you need to sacrifice either chickens or champions for them to go up, which is a whole concept of farming chickens to sacrifice, and I will make a video on it in the future, but you basically want to have your setup looking like this. You've got one damage dealer that can solo the whole fight, and 3 other food champions that you want to level up. Hopefully that makes sense. Tip number 7 is that while you're actually going through the campaign mode, building your champions and getting different kinds of rewards, you actually want to make sure to be doing your missions. You pretty much want to work on these all the time while you're actually playing the game, but because this is a beginner's guide, we're pretty much just focusing on this one. You want to make sure that you complete the first 2 set of missions within the first week or so, because if you don't, there will be some complications. Because these dungeons aren't open every day in actuality, some are only open on certain days, which is one of the things that I don't like. It even takes me back to my Genshin days. But back to the point, you want to complete all of these missions as fast as you can, because you get yourself a legendary character in the form of Arbiter, one of the best support champions in the game that I'm still yet to get, but just know that she's an absolute game changer. Tip number 8, always do your daily missions. They give you lots of HP that can help you level up faster, and they also accumulate in the form of weekly ones, and then weekly ones come together to make up the monthly ones. Tip number 9, unlock the gem mine as soon as you can. It basically gives you gems after a certain amount of time, and this is one thing that you want to max out too. Though it is a little costly to take up, the benefits in the long run are definitely worth it. Right next to the mine we have tip number 9, which is the market. It does have some juicy and tempting things, but the only things you actually want to buy from it are mystery shards and ancient shards. They won't always be there, but when they are, like this mystery shard right here, make sure you always buy it. And speaking of shards themselves, that takes us to the portal. Please, 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 don't ever open a shard if there's no 2x event going on. The rates of these shards are absolutely abysmal, and if you open one while the 2 times chance isn't there, you might feel a lot of regret if you don't actually get what you want. Yes, it's a gambling game, a gacha game, but please control yourself. Tip number 12, make sure you only focus on building one champion and get them to level 60. You normally want to do this for a champion that's an attacker, and they'll basically be the one that carries you throughout the campaign. For me, that champion is Sun Wukong, and I guess another tip here is that you want to make sure that they're wearing lifesteal gear, which allows you to heal based on the damage that you actually dealt. And since we're only focusing on one champion, this will actually help them solo most of the campaign. They'll also be the main champion that you use when you're actually farming up your food champions, which is basically a champion that you use to level up others. Tip number 13, never upgrade a 1 to 3 star artifact past level 8. It's super inefficient when it comes to how you spend your silver, and in general, it's not worth it at all since you'll get better gear fairly quickly. Tip number 14, always do the faction wars daily. These change daily depending on a schedule, and the catch here is that you can only use champions from that specific faction. Regardless of how low level or ranked the champion is, you always want to spend all of your keys to get the resources. They're used to craft gear later on, so you'll definitely be grateful to yourself if you start farming them as early as possible. And instead of equipping all of these champions with different gear, all you want to do here is steal gear from your main damage dealers, who hopefully have a lifesteal set and take the opponents down. That's pretty much the way to do it. Tip number 15, which is the last one, limited arbor links. You can find them in this section right here, and they each give you some juicy rewards once you actually interact with them. I'd honestly only use these if you're in like a very desperate situation and you're basically out of energy and need to get something done. There will be some dry times later on where you feel like you're a dude stranded in the desert wearing a suit. Make sure to use them wisely. But that's pretty much it for all of the tips. Do let me know down in the comments if these helped you or if you actually have a bonus one. Make sure to join my Discord group, the link will be down in the description. And if you actually want to go ahead and try the game out for yourself, do use the link down in the description. It gives you a super solid team of 4 to start with, and there's currently a TMNT collab going on where you can actually get yourself a Michelangelo for free just by logging in for 7 days. Make sure to check that out. But yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!